Nonstop News.
Well, it's what we do. Good morning. Nonstop News starts right now. We are the only TV station in town, commercial free right now, till the top of the hour. So all the way till 7 o'clock.
And we have you covered this morning, including a look at traffic and a look at your weather with Jennette. Good morning, Jennette.
Good morning. Happy Monday, first Monday of the month, and it's going to be another hot one around here. But there is a chance for rain coming this afternoon. In fact, if we go to the maps, we can already see showers and storms up across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We have an upper level disturbance plus the tail end of a stationary front. That's what's helping to produce the storms there. I do expect some of this to survive as it progresses farther to the south and southeast, bringing us a chance for rain. But I'm not expecting any severe weather here. There are some severe storms farther north, and you can see the severe thunderstorm warnings lining up there. This is including the Waco area up towards Hillsborough as well, has pushed south of Dallas. These storms capable of producing high winds, especially certainly frequent clouds to ground lightning, along with torrential downpours that could cause some isolated flash flooding. Again, as that heads farther to the south and with the heating of the day, we could see a couple showers or a thunderstorm from San Antonio to the north and east. Aside from that, it is going to be a hot one. I do expect an increase in cloud cover as that complex of storms gets closer to the area. There goes the rain chance 20 to 30%. So not everyone will see the rain, but just make sure you have that 4-zone weather app just in case. We'll take a look at the forecast for the rest of the week. Also what it looks like in the tropics coming up in under 10 minutes.
All right, Jennette, thank you. A quick peek of the roads. We've had some issues already this morning, certainly along 90. We'll get to that in just a moment. Kind of circling through some of the different TransGuide cameras, though, right now. 410 at Military, 410 at Broadway. All that looks good. David Mendoza is in your South Texas Ford dealer Sky 4. Let's go high above the sky. Check in with him. You still above that accident along 90?
Good morning, David. Yes, I am 90 westbound in Manhunt now. For this rollover accident that happened earlier in this morning, I have good news, though, because we've been tracking it all morning. When I first arrived, the vehicle was flipped on its roof. That vehicle has since been towed off the scene. Right now, police are just waiting for TxDOT to finish up with their cones. Any second now, everybody should be pulling off, and we should be opening again. But for the moment, we have a big backup.
Yeah.
This backup is stretching back all the way to I-37 on the other side of town. So if you're headed this way, expect this delay. It's a pretty bad one, but like I said, it should be clearing. We should have some alleviation to traffic in this area. I'm going to make my way throughout the rest of the city and let you know what I see. Back to you.
90 westbound, no bueno right now. David Mendoza there with some great pictures above that accident. We'll check back in with David one last time before 7 a.m. Well, this morning, 57 Texas House Democrats left the state of Texas. They are in cities like Chicago, Boston, and New York. It is their way to try and block a Republican move to redistrict the state legislature.
Governor Greg Abbott is threatening to fine each lawmaker who isn't in Austin $500 a day. He also says he will take legal action to have them removed from office if they aren't back in Austin by 3 p.m.
Attorney General Ken Paxton has said kind of the same thing, although he believes, in fact, he called them cowards. He says Democrats in the Texas House who try and run away like cowards should be found, arrested, and then brought back to the Capitol immediately. He goes on to say that we should use every tool at our disposal to hunt down those who think they are above the law. Just talking along the legal part here, missing a legislative session is a civil penalty, so there's no jail time that could be legally enforced.
The reason Democrats are holding out is because they argue that the mid-decade map redraw unfairly targets Black and Latino communities. They also say the redistricting push is heavily influenced by President Trump's strategy to pick up 5 congressional seats in Texas to protect the GOP's narrow House majority, establishing a one-party rule.
We're not here to play political games. We're here to demand an end to this corrupt process. The people of the state of Texas have said enough. Enough of your games. Enough of your lies.
4 years ago, House Democrats left Texas for 38 days in protest of new voting restrictions that still wound up passing once the holdout ended. Last week, Governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, hosted Texas Democrats there to publicly oppose the redistricting effort. California Governor Gavin Newsom held a similar event in his own state.
And you've had to leave behind your families, your full-time jobs, your communities, and you did it to protect the voting rights of the people that you represent and voters all across this nation.
Now, with the Texas Democrats in the state of Illinois and blocking President Trump back congressional map, the stage may be set for a high-profile showdown between Governor Pritzker and President Trump. This is a developing story, and we'll continue to follow it. We'll keep you updated online as we learn new details. You can also follow us on our social media pages and download the News 4 app for the very latest.
Emma Allen at the live desk. Some developing news this morning. President Trump confirming the status of the nuclear submarines he ordered to be positioned near Russia. Trump says U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff is expected to visit Russia later this week, possibly Wednesday or Thursday, to discuss the war in Ukraine. Last Friday, Trump said he would deploy 2 nuclear submarines in appropriate regions after, quote, highly provocative statements from a top Russian Security Council official. Russia's former president warned that the 10-day deadline Trump gave Russia to reach a ceasefire deal with Ukraine is a threat and a step towards war. That is the latest from the live desk.
All right, Emma, thank you. 6:47 now on this Monday. 2 manhunts in 2 different states happening right now. One for a man in Montana who allegedly shot up the inside of a bar and killed 4 people. Today will mark day 3 of that search. They are looking, authorities are, for 45-year-old Michael Paul Brown. He's a veteran. Investigators say that he killed 4 people at a bar in Anaconda Friday. Montana's Attorney General says that Brown is considered to be dangerous.
Absolutely, there's concerns he might come back into town. By all indications, this is an unstable individual who walked in and murdered 4 people in cold blood for no reason whatsoever. So there absolutely is concern for the public. Again, I'm going to stress, we believe this is an armed and extremely dangerous individual.
His family, by the way, says he has a history of mental illness. This morning, 2 suspects have been linked to a stolen vehicle involved in a deadly crash. This happened along 35 and Casson Road last month. You can see the aftermath right there. 5 people died, 20 others were hurt. According to arrest documents, 21-year-old Eric Perez, who is there on the left, and 18-year-old Matthew Espinosa there on the right, are accused of stealing a white Camaro in Converse, and then that vehicle was involved in a crash a few days later. Now, the affidavits don't state that if those suspects were inside the car at the time of the crash, but it does mention that other stolen items tied to them were inside the vehicle. Perez is currently in jail facing a gun theft charge. Espinosa facing burglary charges, did bond out yesterday.
New this morning, the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office identified the man killed by his son last week as 71-year-old Allison Paul Clark III. He was found dead from multiple stab wounds after police say his son, Allison Paul Clark VI, got into an argument with him. Investigators say the son then confessed to the killing. A kitchen knife believed to have been used in the stabbing was found inside the Fair Oaks Ranch home. His son has been charged with murder.
Happening today, a tradition will continue for Northside ISD. Teachers and staff from Ross Middle School and several of their elementary schools will be holding the 15th annual Community Block Walk.
News 4 San Antonio's Tawny Davis is live right now with the details and how many people are expected to participate. Good morning, Tawny.
Good morning. While students may have to wait another week before their first day, teachers are getting their first day back to work with this block walk. Now, in order to kick-start it, about 500 teachers from Ross Middle School, Linton, Martin, and Powell, as well as Villarreal elementary schools, will hit the streets to visit as many families as possible and greet students before their official first day on August 11th. Before their walk, NISD Superintendent Dr. John Kraft will speak to teachers before they board the bus and the block walk begins. The principals of all the participating schools, which all feed into Holmes High School, are hoping the block walk will help strengthen the relationships between school staff and families, and in turn, it will hope to increase the student attendance and parental involvement. Now, the block walk begins at 9 a.m. over at Ross Middle School. Now, the teachers will be broken off into teams so that they can get to as many homes as possible, with some possibly going to about 30 stops. Reporting live, I'm Tawny Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Tawny. We want to thank you all for donating to our Drive Away for Education campaign.
Yeah, so a lot of you bought raffle tickets, which means you have helped about 22,000 local students get school supplies that they likely would not have had to start off the new school year, which starts in about a week and a half. The average family spends, they say, about $800. It's a lot of money. And for a lot of families, that's a real burden. And so this is going to help that. Your raffle tickets raise money, but it also means you are now entered for a chance to win one of these brand new vehicles you see.
It's helping so many students here in San Antonio, in the South San Antonio, East Central, Harlandale, Edgewood, Seguin ISD districts.
That when kids start off the year with brand new school supplies, they actually perform better during the school year, and we really want to be part of that success for tomorrow's leaders.
Heck yeah, a new notebook and pencils and pens and all that good stuff. That makes you feel good. There are several prizes, by the way, besides the vehicles. But again, the grand prize, somebody's going to get a chance to choose between one of 5 vehicles donated by Ancira Auto. Find out if you won Wednesday night at 10 p.m. right here on News 4. It'll be live.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jennette Calle.
You know, when I was in school, I loved getting new school supplies.
Oh, yes.
It was my favorite thing. Everything new.
School supplies,
Yeah.
school outfits,
Yeah.
shoes.
Schools, yeah.
It's so true. It makes you feel better and you perform better.
The Trapper Keeper. Do you guys remember that?
Trapper Keeper. Oh, I had one of those.
notebook.
I
Those
had
are
puppies
awesome.
on mine.
Oh,
Cute little puppies.
There's nothing like a fresh box of crayons.
Yes.
The smell, the
yeah,
pointy
it's
tips.
good stuff.
Oh, back to school.
With
Hey,
the chart with the sharpener.
the sharpener on the
Yes,
box.
yeah.
And don't forget to count on us for your bus stop forecast. I'll have that for you starting Monday morning. All right, let's go to the maps, and we are up to 9 100-degree days so far this year. 101 late last week. We also had triple-digit heat this weekend, and with a forecast high of 100 degrees today, that will increase the count to 10. Here you go. Highs this afternoon, upper 90s to lower 100s over a large part of the area. Meanwhile, in the hill country and portions of the eastern zone, expecting highs there closer to the mid 90s. Here's our weather maker. It's an upper level ridge. Now that is parked far enough west that the area of thunderstorms that we're currently seeing across the Dallas area will be drifting farther south, and that may help to produce a little rain for areas along and east of I-35 this afternoon. Now, once this upper level ridge heads farther to the east, we're not looking at any rain chance because this is going to bring in much drier and even hotter weather later this week. It's pretty much going to be in place through the upcoming weekend as well. Here goes that area of thunderstorms, and that's along the tail end of this frontal boundary as well, which is stationary there. The storms rolled through Dallas earlier. Here's a look at where those strong to severe storms are right now. Primary hazards, damaging winds, also some very heavy rain along with frequent cloud to ground lightning. This is moving off towards the south and southeast. I do expect to see that closer to the Austin area late morning through the early afternoon, and then hitting portions of the hill country, also northern and eastern Bexar County and the eastern zone. That especially between 3 and 7 p.m. I do also expect that to weaken as it progresses farther to the south, so we may not see any severe storms here. However, keep in mind with any thunderstorm could have some brief heavy downpours along with brief high winds. No weather-related problems this morning, but check out this in-house computer model showing you the clouds along with that chance for rain approaching from the north between about 2 and 3 p.m. And then the chance for rain diminishes after 8 o'clock in the evening. Tomorrow morning looks dry. Tomorrow in the afternoon, just a very small rain chance. Then we're looking dry with sunshine for the rest of the week. In the tropics, there's Tropical Storm Dexter. That's moving to the east and northeast. Low pressure system off the U.S. southeast coast has a low chance of tropical development. And a tropical wave that is forecast to come off the west coast of Africa shortly will be moving into the Atlantic Ocean, and that has a moderate chance of tropical development in the next 7 days. 7-day forecast about 100 today, 99 tomorrow, over 100 degrees by the end of the week, and we're still right around 100 by the weekend. Real quick, here's the extended forecast for the other 3 zones. The eastern zone is the one zone that has a slight rain chance for Tuesday. The rest of us, dry for the rest of this full week of August, first full week of August.
All right, thank you, Jennette. Let's get a quick check of the roads. Right now, 410 and West Avenue, everything looking pretty good. Let's head over to David Mendoza, who is in Sky 4. How are we looking, David, this morning?
Hello, good morning. So that accident on 90 westbound in Jed Hud now has cleared, but the traffic remains. So right now we're looking at the westbound lanes at 90, just south of downtown. This is 35, you see at the bottom of our screen. The traffic is still there, the accident is cleared. So be aware, if you're headed this way, there's gonna be a slight delay, even though all lanes are open right now. I'll leave you with that, folks. Drive safe and have a fantastic Monday. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, David.
Well, trending right now, wave riding canines competed in the 2025 World Dog Surfing Championship this weekend. The annual contest draws thousands of spectators to Pacifica State Beach near San Francisco. There were about 20 dogs that competed, all for a chance to win. They call it the Goldie Surfy Award. They're judged on how long they can stay on board, their balance, and whether they can perform tricks while riding a wave. And the coolest part is the best dog surfer this year is a dog by the name of Cacao. That's correct.
Sure.
Cleveland, by the way, has a statue now to honor its most fictitious character. Look at that. Superman. It is Superman fresh off the heels of a new movie release. It's not just the Man of Steel, though. It's also his creators, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, along with Siegel's wife, the inspiration for Lois Lane. They all grew up in Cleveland. Now their daughter says that her mother never gave up on the idea of this actually happening.
And at its center, she envisioned a meditation area where people could quietly reflect on what Superman meant to them and to think about their own inner superpowers.
Guys were in high school when they came up with Superman back in 1933.
The movie Superman's really good, the new one.
Oh, I have to go see it.
Thanks for watching.
Today's gift, make it count.